am Valentina Batrick, and I am the Loyal Parents Review Team. So today I'm going to be doing a very different review, and it is basically a gymnastics equipment, sport equipment type thing. So if you follow us on Instagram or you know about us a little bit, you will know that Karina and Antonin especially love gymnastics and tumbling. They recently got into it about a year ago and they love it so much. And we've gone to like a bunch of different Acro studios, and we found that everyone has an air track. So we got an air track. It's quite a large investment, but it's worth it for if you want to be into like tumbling or you're serious about acro. So this tumbling track that we got the brand is AKSPORT, but it might be like a white kind of brand label. Which basically means that it's manufactured by like the same manufacturer, but they just sell it to a bunch of different companies under a different name. So because all the air tracks that we've seen look very similar, you can get air tracks in different colors. You can get them in teal and all your favorite colors, and you can also get them in different sizes to fit your room or the space that you're working in. So this one that we got is, I believe, a 10 feet one, and there are bigger ones like 12 feet and there are smaller ones. So you can kind of work with whatever space you have, and if you know you have a smaller space to work with, it just limits your tumbling space, so you have to be careful. Another thing is this is filled with air. It doesn't stay filled with air, which means that you need to fill it up. The brand that we bought it from, AKSPORT, gave us a pump to pump this air track, which means that every few days or every single day at like the start of the use, you have to refill up this air track. Otherwise, it won't give you the same bouncy kind of feel that you want to give you a better tumbling experience. So if you don't fill it up, it'll be floppy, and eventually it'll have no air in it at all. So that just comes with the territory. Don't think that your tumbling track has a hole in it. It naturally lets out air. But there's only one problem. If it lets out air too quickly, within a day or so, it's already flat. That means you might have a problem with your air track. So make sure you're watching the amount of air and like how flat your air track gets and how fast. So this air track that we have, basically how you're supposed to use it is you can use it for many different tumbling tricks. If you are working on tumbling tricks like if you're working on back handspring or all those different tumbling stuff that you will need a longer space for, and it's kind of like a trampoline, and it gives you that extra boost that you need to get some more tricks in. So you can basically use this whole space to get your tricks. So it's super helpful. It's a great tool, but it's not the same as using the floor. Just a great disclaimer, if you can get something on the air track, that does not necessarily mean you can get it on the floor. So you have to be careful. This is a really dangerous thing. Acro is very dangerous, gymnastics is very dangerous, so you have to be careful whenever you're using this. And make sure if you're not comfortable, make sure you have an adult or a spotter with you to make sure that whatever you're doing is completely safe. So now we have a little demonstration from Karina and Antonina showcasing some of their tumbling tricks that they got on this air track.
We were trying to get our back handsprings, and this is what it looked like. See, we couldn't do it because we were scared of going back, and now we already have our back tucks. So before we were struggling with our front handspring, this is the trick. And before we kind of had like a fear of taking our hands off, if you notice, it's not really that big of a difference, but you can kind of see it. So that's what we used to do. That's like pretty close to what we used to do. And after the air trap, we're able to do this.
Okay, so we hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!